Good morning, this is John, host of Mgtow is Freedom. Mgtow standing for men going their own way. That is to say, rejecting society's standards and those synthetic concepts of what it means to be a man in this world, and rejecting it all and accepting for yourself the reality that works for you, that makes sense according to your way of thinking and your experience and your logic. And then taking that, which is you, and applying things that we learn here. Learn from each other, learn from others, learn, what we learn from groups, as well as what we learn as individuals. So I found the YouTube community to be invaluable for a lot of topics. Because rather than just listen to monologues, and then having to accept that the way they would indoctrinate you in a school, I found that YouTube is very much like me in that it'll take information and it'll mull it over. Not necessarily in a group think, as in some homogenized, monolithic brain, but rather a group of thousands and tens of thousands of individuals individually thinking and sharing. And that's why I really appreciate what I've gotten to see and do and contribute to here, both on this channel and on my other channel as well. So I want to thank all of you for subscribing, for participating, for sharing your thoughts individually, and for allowing me to share mine and giving my voice an audience. All right, so when we talk about Mgtow, men going their own way, it largely has to do with the social construct, the control of us as individuals, and how that is affected by our relationships with members of the opposite sex, women. And largely the problem isn't women, in my opinion. Women have always been there, and they have not always been a problem. So there's something different that has occurred. And it is the use of feminism, that is a social engineering construct that has been introduced in a viral capacity to infect human culture and modify it for someone else's gain, someone else's purpose. And I think one of the things that has been left out, or I should say intentionally withheld from women, is that they are not taught to love anymore. They are not taught what love is. And unique to every other, to what they need to be doing with it, is its application to their lives. If women are not taught to love men, how can they expect to keep a man, satisfy a man? If they don't understand love, how do they expect to be satisfied? So, I've spent, as a man, I've spent many years trying to understand the concept of love. And I broke it down a bunch of different ways, but the way that I found to be most easy to understand, the easiest to share, is that there are about 6 different ways to feel loved. That is physical touch, quality time, words of affirmation, gifts, and acts of service. And then the final one is one I've added to this very popular notion, and that is acceptance. To accept somebody and to be accepted gives feelings of love, right? That makes a relationship work. Because I believe that little girls are all taught when they grow up that they're going to fall in love. Now, who are they going to fall in love with? Right? And I know this sounds ridiculous. Mgtow, love, what's going on here? Relationships fail because there is not mutual respect. There is not love for the roles and the people that are in that relationship. The woman doesn't respect the man. She doesn't accept him. Men, you've got the same quest. You need to learn how to love women if you want to. And if you don't want to, fuck them. right? Just be a man. But if you want a relationship, you got to understand love as well. But let's look at what girls learn about love, because I believe men understand love more naturally than women, and that whatever natural ability women had to love, it has to be added to. They have to be taught. They have to be trained. And all you bad mommies out there didn't do a very good job, now did you? You told your daughter via the indoctrination process that in order to be in love, you just magically fall in love with a prince. That's the story they're taught. You'll know love when you find it. That's bullshit. Yeah, you may know love when you find it, but that's some internalized feeling, right? That's some high that comes from endorphins and hormones flowing through their little feminine minds. Women want the prince to come along and sweep them off their feet. In every story, Cinderella, Snow White, the broad with the long fucking hair. In every instance in these fucking fairy tales, guys have to go fight dragons, destroy the enemy, defeat the evil king or queen or witch. The guy has to do all the work just to win her hand, and he falls in love with her, whether she's trapped in a fucking tower or dead on a table or trapped in some hellhole with her stepmother like Cinderella. And he wants to rescue her. The fucking white knight, right? The proverbial white knight. The similarities between these goddamn fairy tales and what has happened are not coincidental. Look at it. You have to come along and you as a man have to sweep them off their feet. You're the prince. You've got the power, right? And they're just going to instantly love you. And they don't have, it doesn't say anything about all the fucking work they have to put into it. Cinderella's slaving for her stepsisters and stepmother. But then she becomes the princess and she doesn't have to ever lift a fucking finger again. Are you kidding me? That's what life is? He's just perfect. They don't say how. She just has it in her fucking head, these girls out here, that the prince, the one they love, will just fucking be perfect. He'll magically make all of her wishes come true. But there's no explanation or thought that goes into teaching these young girls what love really is. How to do it. They're ridiculous creatures running around, and their fucking heads are full of rags and cottonseed and fucking dust bunnies and shit. Because they don't put anything in there. They just think magically you're going to do it. As my marriage wound down, I kept hearing from my stupid ass ex-wife, fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it. You have to fix it. Just like I fixed everything else. But it's her fucking head. Believe me, if I could have stuck a screwdriver through her ear and turned up the smarts, I would have. But Cinderella is rescued from her shitty life and she's placed in a castle. She's given everything she wants. Materialism. And she's happy. She's got instant love, instant everything, instant cool way of life, instant materialism, all the toys and things she wanted. And the fucking cartoon ends with him dancing the waltz and looking out of the balcony at his vast kingdom. And it's all hers. It's the same fucking story. You get a woman, she doesn't have her fucking shit together. Right? All she has to be is beautiful and the guy's supposed to fall in love and then give her everything. Give her his kingdom. She's supposed to instantly be in love with him. Instantly be in love with him. Forever. And she doesn't have to put any fucking effort into it. She doesn't have to physically touch him, right? How many guys have noted that after a month of hanging out with their girl, they quit wanting to touch him. They quit wanting to give him the sex that they need. That's the trick, right? They're just supposed to magically be okay forever, right? The quality time. What's the quality time you want to spend with your woman? A lot, a little, whatever quality time is. Gifts. Oh, this is a big one. A lot of women love to feel loved with gifts. Words of praise and affection. Oh, honey, you look terrific tonight. And acceptance. You have to accept her fat ass. You have to accept her bad attitude. All those things naturally come to men. We try and do our best. We work at it because we are natural doers and fixers. Women, especially these fucking feminist indoctrinated princesses, think they don't have to try. They have an entitlement mentality that they are the princess, whether it's been showered upon them or they didn't even know it. They had no idea, and the prince came along and recognized their greatness with no effort on their part. They bring nothing to the relationship except beauty in the fairy tale and in real life. They think all they have to do is shake their ass and that's good enough. Give you a little bit of this and that. Man, this is why I say there's unicorns, because there is a small percentage of women that fucking get it. They give the man the physical touch he wants, the quality time he desires, whatever gifts and acts of service that she can offer. Right? And she accepts him. She accepts him and she gives him words of praise to the levels and desires that he likes. Have you ever heard of a woman like that? That's why they're fucking unicorns. Because you imagine in your head as men that there's women that'll do those things for you. Just fucking accept me for the way I am. That's what is incredible about this. Imagine if you were a woman, okay, and you ran into a guy like me, and I'm going to describe myself. Okay, very intelligent, tall, handsome, fucking muscular, right? Driven, hardworking, makes a lot of money, good provider, confident, powerful, pillar in the fucking community. Man among men. A fucking giant, right? A stalwart individual. When you walk into a room, heads fucking turn and look at you. Look at me. And what does the woman want to do to that? What does the average feminist bitch want to do? She wants to keep me all to herself, take everything I make, and destroy my friendships, destroy my business contacts, destroy everything, and change me into something else that she thinks she wants. When all those things that I described about myself are what attracted them to me in the first place. That is how fucking stupid feminists are. They see something, they want it, they see what they can get out of it, and then they go about destroying it. That is why Mgtow, men going their own way, is a movement. It is men on all fronts pushing one way, running the fuck away from these harrowing crowds of brass brassiere, pantied, ridiculous creatures that think they're worth something. Then all they bring to the table is a ass, is a set of tits, is a vagina. That's all they're offering, just like these dumb bitches in the fairy tales. All they need to do is be pretty. And you're supposed to accept them and love them and shower them with gifts. And try and kill yourself for their hand. And that's what slays me, is men will kill each other and risk their lives to impress upon the women that they're worthy of the woman's hand. Isn't that fucking asinine? That is the white knight. And I'm not saying there isn't anything wrong with being chivalrous, but men, you've got to understand your fucking value. You are the valuable one in the relationship. Okay? She is the prize, but you have the value. The same way when navies would battle at sea, the winner takes the prize. You don't act stupid to get the prize. You have to destroy the enemy. You have to conquer and win. And then you get the prize. You don't destroy, conquer, battle, defeat, and let the prize fucking run you. That is what's happened to our culture. That is why men are so fucking mad. Is this huge, contradictory thought process that goes into throwing your efforts at a woman and then having her steal them and shit all over you, try and change you and destroy you. That is the problem with the standard relationship. That is the problem with the feminist mindset. That is what we need to battle against. And you start by taking it back as a man. Being a fucking man. And taking it away from them. Go your own way. Be your own man. And if you want a woman, you don't treat her like a fucking princess. You treat her like the prize. You cherish the prize, but you don't respect or act submissive to the prize. That is why relationships fail. That is why feminist whores, gold-digging feminist whores, gold-digging, money-grubbing, man-killing feminist cunts need to be denied our resources, our bodies, and our cocks. That is why the blowjob is so fucking important. On your knees, woman, suck my cock. That is how it works. It is an act of submission. It is an acceptance of the man's power. Now back to the gentle topic of love. Love. How does the man love a woman? He physically touches her and caresses her. He spends some quality time with her. He gives her gifts. He gives her words of praise. He does acts of service for her, kindness, and he accepts her for the way she is. He does all those things for her. As well as working 40 to 80 fucking hours a week. How about some goddamn respect, you bunch of feminist bitches? We're supposed to do all that and work? While you go sit in a fucking desk and play Candy Crusher or whatever the current fucking game is. And sit on Facebook and talk about shit and talk your man down. Talk about how you're going to change him and take all of his shit while working on your fucking fingernails and your hair. And that's how this fucking works. That is why men are leaving feminists. And that is why you won't see many unicorns past the age of 25. Because they are unicorns. And some lucky fucking man out there has properly dominated her. Properly put her in her place. And she understands the roles of man and woman. But these feminists absolutely reject it. Because they were never taught how to love a man. How to accept him as he is. Acceptance. Accept the man and quit trying to change him. It is such a simple formula. And every mother that has not sat down and taught her woman, her baby girl, how to be a woman, she has failed as a mother. So once again, this concept that women just naturally know is bullshit. And that women are natural nurturers is bullshit. Women today, feminist women, act like little fucking cunts They're 5, 10, and 15-year-olds that have grown up into a full-grown woman's body. That's what they've done. All they've managed to do is physically age. They haven't gotten smarter because they haven't learned a fucking thing about life. They have a sense of entitlement, a desire to be the princess, and the wish to be granted everything without any fucking effort on their part. And nothing is ever their fault. Nothing is ever their fault. And what they want to do is break down and start crying and have you perform all manner of act and love and service for them, trying to satisfy them. Boo hoo hoo hoo, give me what I want, I just want. That's all you ever hear from women that are feminists. I just want. And you're supposed to give. And God forbid you make the mistake of marrying them. When you get to the divorce part, you are fucked. Because they go from, boo hoo hoo, I just want to, I'm getting an attorney and I want all your shit and I'm taking the kids and I'm going to destroy you and all your friends and your bosses, and they just start fucking telling you how they're going to ruin your life. Because they've been put in a position and given the power to do so. Women don't know how to love men. They don't know how to respect men. They need to be taught that by their mothers. And until they are going to be nothing but worthless trollops and parasites. So if there are any women watching this, you better learn to love men if you expect to have a relationship with them. Because men are the doers. It is a man's world. Take your place back in it, men. Take it away from the feminists that have destroyed as much as they could. They take far more than they ever give. In real terms, in real production, in real value. They're still one life and you're still one life. Yeah, we're all living creatures that have a right to life. But just because you are alive does not mean you're entitled to other people's property and other people's efforts. That's where we're at, men. Remember, you are the man. You have the penis. I have the penis. Okay? And women hate to hear that. Feminist bitches hate to hear that. I have the penis. That drives them nuts because there is no argument against it. They know. It is built into them. They know that the penis conquers. Alright, guys. Mgtow is freedom. I have the penis. Go out, be a man, have a great day. Have a great day.